Hello, everybody. So I'm just gonna make this video. Try to do it as quickly as possible, but it's a long story. Just wanted to share with you who don't know already, who I haven't told, like Dad and Carolee and Michael and anybody else. There's a few people I'm not gonna share this with because they're people who worry too much, and I don't want to scare anybody and blah blah. But anyway, so the past few days, what's been going on? It's been a really rough week for me. So Monday, I came home from mom's. I've been there for about a week and a half. Came home and found that my door was just like was open, basically unlocked and kind of open. And I was like, oh crap! I mean, I've been burglarized. I can't talk. But I came in. Everything was here and fine. I had a note though. They did their little inspection. They do is like for the entire building, not our personal inspections, but for the building in general. And I knew it was coming up because we had the preemptive one, and they could tell us what we need to work on to improve on for when we get the next um, you know warning before the actual inspection. So anyway, so apparently I had gotten a letter in the mail while I was at mom's house saying it's coming up in a few days. Get ready for it. So I couldn't prepare for it, and I wasn't even here for the inspection itself. So I think that's when my door was open, and they didn't lock it behind them or anything. So that's why my door was open, and it was open for a few days, I think, because that was a few days before I came home. Thank God nobody came in and stole anything. But anyway, that's what happened there. And then then after that, I was opening my mail because I had a whole lot of mail collected from those days I was gone. And one of the things I got was an eviction notice because of, that I didn't pay my rent in April, and I hadn't paid it yet for this month. But I was going to pay half of the month for which I was going to do like the next day, actually pay half of that with the money I had gotten from helping my mom. Anyway, so I was like, oh shit. So I went downstairs, talked to them, and I asked them if I paid half of the total amount that I owed from April and, of course, this month as well, if I could stay. And I said yes. So I called my dad and asked for helping me with that, and he said he would. So I was like, okay, good. And so I was planning to get that and use that plus the money I had from helping mom, and I was gonna be able to pay even a little more than half of the rent, half of what the total amount was. And that was my plan. So anyway, so I had $90 in my purse in cash. That was gonna be part of that money, and I was just waiting until Dad's came in the mail to help put it all together and into one money. Um, what's it called? I'm spacing out. Money order. There we go. Money order for the rent. Anyway, okay. Later on that evening, a friend of mine sent me. I was in town from Houston, and he wanted to take me out, so I went over to his place, his hotel he was staying at, and we hung out. And then he took me out drinking and took me to the bar hopping and all that, and I had a great time. And then our last stop of the night was Lafitte's, and he was leaving, and he told me I should probably go home too. We need to go. We're gonna go. You should probably go too. And I, of course, didn't listen. I wanted to stay a little longer, and I did. And then all I remember myself is I was gonna walk to Rumors to go there, and so I remember beginning to walk towards Rumors, and some guy came up to me and was helping me a little bit to walk because I was pretty wasted. But anyway, I'd done this before a million times, walked there pretty shit faced before. Anyway, and the next thing I remember is woken up on the ground, halfway between Lafitte's and Fishtails, and being woken up by paramedics and cops and asking me if I'm okay, what happened to you, and I'm like, I don't know. I guess I fell, and they're like, well, what, where all these bruises come from? And I'm like, oh, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. And they asked me if I want to go to the hospital to get checked out. And I said, yeah, I guess so, because I had no idea what happened. And I'm like, where this came from? I don't know what's going on. And so they took me to the hospital. As time passed on, after I got some medicine for nausea and IV fluids and things started coming around on me, I looked at my purse. It was ripped really badly. The handle it was torn off, ripped open. And then I decided to look inside my purse to see what was going, just to look for that. And that $90 in cash, gone. Just gone. It's not in there. Everything else is in there, though. All my other cards and everything, makeup, all that, still in there. And I had a Louis Vuitton purse, too, and they didn't take it either. And my wallet is Rebecca Minkoff, and it's mean. Anyway, so everything was there except for my $90 in cash, which is gonna go to my rent, which like $60 of which was gonna go to the rent that I owe. So anyway, and I also was beaten up. Apparently, that's that's just from the IV from the other day, but I was beaten up. This is something later, but I had bruises all over me from head to toe, and I was really beaten up badly. Then, went home. Oh, and I also found out that I had a UTI when I was there. That was basically all I did. They sobered me up and told me I had a UTI from the urine sample I gave. And I was given a antibiotic for that. I was given the first dose when I was in the hospital there, and then they gave me the rest sent to the pharmacy. All right. And then the next day, I was feeling a little better, of course, and everything, and my same friend came back down to Galveston again to check on me and make sure I was okay, and he wanted to take me out and do some nice things for me and all that stuff, and because he knew I didn't deserve all that shit, and he was probably feeling bad for me and all that, and he's just being a nice guy. And so he took me out shopping, and then he took me out to eat, and then he took me out to bars again. And me being stupid, didn't think about the antibiotic I was on and all this stuff. And anyway, so I went out, and the last stop we went to was Rumors, and he had left, and something happened. I'm not gonna say what happened, but he didn't come back to take me home or to order me an Uber like we were supposed to. Anyway, so I was there when they closed, and the bartender, thank God, took me home, offered to take me home, because I had no money at all to get home. So he offered to take me home. I'm like, oh, good, thank you. So I waited outside for him while he closed up the bar, and I was walking to the car with him, and I fell off the curb because I had been kind of dizzy the entire day. Plus, I had on some new shoes that I had gotten, and lost my balance, I guess. Mixture of being drunk, dizzy from the medicine, and new shoes. Lost my balance, fell on my face, which is where this happened, and I was bleeding. He went inside to get me a washcloth, and then I got home, and that happened. Then the next day, I still kept having dizziness, and I noticed my feet were kind of swollen. I kept having twitching. My arms and legs would just twitch out of nowhere. Then I had tingling, and my mom told me to look at the side effects from the medicine I was on, see if maybe that was what was causing it. So I did, and it was on there. It said, if you have any of these, you should go to your doctor. Go to your doctor, soon, and stop taking the medicine. So I decided to last night. Was it last night? Or night before last? Last night, wait, night before last, excuse me, Wednesday night to go to take myself back to UTMB to the ER to get checked out to make sure everything was okay. I'm just because it was worrisome. Everything was fine. I was there for a long ass time because they were really busy at night for some reason. Anyway, everything was fine, and actually the UTI was gone just from those 2 doses, I guess. So I was told, of course, to quit taking that one and not I didn't need another a replacement antibiotic because it was gone. But yeah, that was it. And oh, they checked my rib when I was there because I wanted them to check out my rib to see if it was fractured or not, because that's been the worst thing of all this has been my ribs since the very beginning, and thankfully it was fine. It's not fractured, but it hurts like a motherfucker, and that's what's been the worst complaint out of everything since the mugging has been my rib. And so other than my rib, I've been okay. This hurts a little bit, but other things hurt too, but nothing isn't like unbearably bad except for my rib. It's pretty bad. Hurts. I can't imagine what an actual broken rib feels like. If just a bruised rib is this bad. So anyway, so yeah, that's what's been going on. I've been doing incredibly stupid things, and yeah. Anyway, but it's not 100% my fault. The mugging, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know I was mugged, got beat up. Don't remember getting beat up. Don't remember getting mugged, but apparently it happened. And then I fell flat on my face at trying to leave rumors. And yeah. And so, yeah, and now I can't pay the entire half of the rent like I said I was going to. Just puts me behind even more. But I still should be good as far as not being evicted. As long as I put something good down, they'll be okay. Anyway, so, yeah. Just wanted to let y'all know, update y'all on my really shitty week. But yeah, that's all for now. I'll talk to you guys later.